All right, we are going to bring on our next guest, Yulia, calling in from Maine. Yulia, welcome to Stay Paid. Thanks for calling in.
How are we doing, Yulia?
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here.
We are
Amazing.
super excited to have you on the show.
Amazing.
So we have the master of content on with us today. What is your question on social content to help you grow your business that we can help you with?
Sure. The question I have is, what's the difference between posting a top of mind or top of feed, and what's better for your growth?
Yeah. So what is the difference? What do you mean by that? Like, if you are posting on your feed, you are staying top of mind.
Well, not necessarily. I feel like,
Okay.
sometimes people post just for the sake of posting.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And so do you want to post to stay top of mind or top of feed? What's better for your
Interesting.
growth?
So this kind of ties into the discussion we were just having on the idea of quality versus quantity.
Yes.
So I'd love to get your take, but Yulia, can you give us a little bit of perspective on your social right now? Like how many followers you have, how long you've been in real estate, just to give us a little context.
Sure. I've been in real estate for 4 years, and I actually have been listening for Stay Paid for 4 years since the beginning of my career.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And my Instagram right now is about 1,800 followers.
Okay.
It's not that much. This is not my primary source of leads. The primary source of leads is Sphere, referrals, past clients. And I would like to tap into this beautiful space where people have so many followers, and they could absolutely get leads from that.
Yeah, great question. Eric, you want to give your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think going back to the previous question, it's really more about quality over quantity at this point, because your algorithm is not going to show content that is just being published to stay top of feed, right? So that was the name of the game 3 or 4 years ago, is put up as many Instagram stories as possible, put up as many posts as possible. I don't care if it's a just listed, a just sold, a happy 4th of July graphic, a picture of your kids, whatever it is. Like it just didn't matter because you wanted to show up in people's feeds. But now when you scroll, your feed is now 40, 50% curated content based off of the For You page of the quality content that's being fed to you. So you're actually not going to show up as much to people if you're just trying to stay top of feed, but the quality of your content isn't good, because people are just going to start to tune out, and Instagram's going to see, oh, you know what? I don't really want to show this person's content to people anymore because no one's interacting with it. So you really do have to focus on the quality of it. And how you do that is you go hyper local as much as humanly possible. You break news to your audience about stuff that, where's your market?
In Southern Maine.
Okay, in Southern Maine. So you break news to your market about what's happening in Southern Maine, whether it's real estate, whether it's a new coffee shop, whether it's a new development, whether it's a new minor league sports stadium that's going in. People want to get information, and 54% of people are now getting it from social media as opposed to actually typing in a blog or watching Fox News or CNN or their local news channel. They're actually getting it from scrolling on X, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok. So why not be the person delivering that news? Now, in that caption and the copy, you could still relate it to real estate, how it's affecting that specific area. But if you actually want to post content that has an impact that does grow your following, it's really focusing on, how do I go viral in my local market? Am I providing new information? Is it news? Is it educate, or is it entertaining? Is it educating to these people? If it doesn't hit one of those categories, it's just not going to really resonate with people. So think hyperlocal as much as humanly possible, because that is by far the easiest way to grow on Instagram right now.
Yep. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said your primary lead source is referrals, I'm assuming, right? Sphere, in essence. Well, social media, the greatest aspect of social media is your sphere. It's way less about the viral clip getting you new followers that turn into transactions. It's way more about the top of mind awareness with the sphere that you have. And it's just one of the many tools, as you know, in the tool belt that, it goes along with email, goes along with print, goes along with your client events. It's just one of those things. I don't know what you think on this, Eric, if it's still effective from actually influencing the algorithm, but those 1,800 that you have, are you actually engaging with them on social? And do you know, Eric, if does that still influence the algorithm
Absolutely.
as much as it did? Okay.
Yeah, this kind of goes back to the previous answer too, is spending 15 to 30 minutes a day being social on social. So responding to people's stories, responding to your clients' DMs, commenting, leaving positive comments on there. That juices the algorithm for your post, because if you're DMing with people, Instagram sees that as the most powerful form of communication. So, like if Luke and I DM together and then Luke posts, his post pops up immediately on my feed because Instagram recognizes how connected we are. So if you spend 15, 30 minutes a day doing that, that will help with the initial engagement of all of your content, because it is still reciprocal, right? Like, again, if I see Josh or Luke commenting on my post, I'm more likely to comment on theirs. If I see a follower
100%.
that doesn't interact with me at all, I probably won't throw that person a like. And
And it's
also,
like most of the things in
Yeah.
marketing, it's the stacking effect of the more they see you do it. Because I have people that do this to me. Agents will be commenting on my stuff, and it's crazy how I get to know them because I just see their name all the time. And out of the thousands of people you interact with, you're
You
like,
could
oh,
pick
this
their name out of
yeah,
there.
exactly. This person stands out. But it wasn't just because they commented one time. It was because every post they were commenting on it for me. So like your tip earlier, Eric, on like finding the local accounts that you can comment on, I would think like the quantity should be in the social engagement. The quality should be in the posting. Like that's probably the new thing that you should be doing. To me, I just go, so many people are focused on trying to get viral. I actually think we have a call in happening here shortly of someone talking about going viral, but I just don't think that will produce the results that you want. I've had a couple viral clips, only a couple. Eric's had many, and they haven't helped us nearly as much as I thought they would have. I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I remember when we were going viral multiple times on TikTok,
Views,
and I was just like, this is it, we've made it. And it really didn't translate to maybe a blip in listeners even for our podcast, but then it just felt, so I would just not worry about follower growth as much as quality of follower.
Interesting, very interesting. Yes, I actually just collabed with a local summer camp. I'm sending my kids to a Maine camp, the one that you see on the Parent Trap movie. Maybe like something similar, not the same one, but something similar. And I connected with the owners on Instagram, and I said, "Hey guys, can I come over and do some videos? Can I interview you?" And in fact, so I posted some of that, and that got so much engagement, and I was
Love
like,
it.
interesting, like has nothing to do with real estate, but literally talking about, hey, what it's like to go to a summer camp for the first time. And so they explained it, and people were commenting, and people DMing me, and people started following me. And
So,
actually,
Yulia, you know what you need to do?
what's that?
Do it again.
You got to do it again. You got to do more of what's working. When you see something that works, you got to do it again. Maybe not with the exact same summer camp, but you got to go, okay, what are the other summer camps in the area that I can do this with? Like you just double down. Like you literally have answered your own question. It's like, boom, that's your quality content right there. Just do 10X of it. It's like the old Grant Cardone, 10X. You got to get 10X of it, of what you're doing. Like you're answering your own question. That's it right there.
Think of yourself as a media company that happens to sell real estate, and that'll be such a huge mind shift to you that'll really help your content take off. Because I'm not saying to not post the listing content, because that's important for you, that's important for your sellers to get the word out about what you have. But if the 70-80% of your content is all community, hyper local based, summer camp, coffee shop, new restaurant, new burger place, that sort of information, you're getting all these new eyeballs that when you do actually post a listing, when someone is ready to buy, then they're more likely to reach out to you. But you have to build that audience first with the hyper local content, and then you can build the real estate content underneath it.
I still really love the content where I see the agents going, what $1 million can afford you in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania? Like how much money do you need to earn in order to afford a $500,000 home in Southern Maine? Like that type of content, to me, I still feel is underplayed. I don't know if I'm more, apt to it just in what I like to look at. But it feels like not enough agents are doing that for the hyper local market. It's like, tell me in every neighborhood in the areas you serve, what salary I need to make in order to afford this home, what, $1 million will buy me. Like get there and then do, if you can, tie it into great property tours of the house. The other play is like the deal of the week play. I think it's Sharon's, right? I feel like more agents should be going the nicest home on the market right now in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Like you have access to all the homes that are out there. Everybody loves to look on Zillow for the nicest home in their area. And it just ties you to that, but it's great, clickable content that I think you could lean into too. If you're looking for like, what else can I post that ties me to real estate? Those to me feel like they work.
Yeah, the here's what $1 million could get you in this market is such a better hook that reaches such a higher audience than, hi, my name's Eric Simon. I'm standing in front of my new listing, 1545 Broxton Street. It's like, all right, you've already lost me. But here's what $800,000 could get you in this specific area. If I'm within that striking range, I'm definitely going to watch that video. You could also disguise your listing videos as hyperlocal videos. So say you're talking about a new dumpling shop that opened up in your neighborhood. You talk about how amazing it is. You show a little bit of the food for the first 20 seconds of the video. Oh, by the way, down the street is a new listing that I happen to have. So it's like you rope them in with the hyperlocal content, and then you could still infuse real estate or your knowledge about the neighborhood right after it. So it's kind of like burying the lead a little bit, but you're coming up front with new information and entertainment. By the way, down the street from here, if you want to live close to this amazing new coffee shop, I happen to have a new listing. And then now it's like your listing video has been disguised as a hyperlocal video.
Yeah, so good. So good. We've actually been testing. I don't know, Josh, if you've been super involved with this or not, but they're about to test AI video of houses.
Yeah.
And it has gotten really good. So just go play around with, AI video of like, say, generate me a video of a home in Southern Maine and tell it what you want. And it will generate you a little video clip of a home that is really realistic. And that's where you can make it easy for yourself to do these types of videos we're talking about. You don't even have to go out to the home and film. You can just behind you have this video of this home going, which is beautiful. It's eye-catching because it's AI. And you're talking about here's what $1 million can afford you. And you have $1 million looking home in Southern Maine behind you as you're talking. So stuff like that.
That's brilliant. Well, now, okay. So Eric, you said, okay, don't post just listed, just sold. Don't maybe post it here and there. But is there one thing that I should completely stop doing on Instagram that will help me grow?
One thing you should stop doing. So if you're posting the same type of content every single time, you should stop doing that. You need variety. So if you're only posting Instagram Reels, you definitely have to mix in carousel posts and your standard feed posts. If you're only posting standard feeds and carousels, you have to mix in Instagram Reels. People like to consume content differently, and it really helps break up the feed. So if you find yourself and you're doing a news story, you're doing a green screen and the engagement is bad, just do that as a headline post. You could put your photo in the center of it, but just try that as a headline post, or maybe it's a screenshot of a tweet or text only. So you want to constantly be changing the format. I see a lot of agents where their entire feed is just the same style of post every single time, whether it's a just listed or whether it is a hyperlocal post, but it's the same exact sort of content. I think that becomes ineffective because you start to get conditioned to it, and you want to be surprised by someone's feed on BAM or the Broke Agent. It's always something new. It's memes, it's carousels, it's screenshots of text, it's green screens, it's headlines, it's clips from podcasts. It's like we're a media company, so it's a lot easier for us. But I would say break up the sort of media and then double down on the stuff that's getting the most engagement.
Yeah,
love it.
So good. Yulia, this has been fantastic. I said to the last person, friend me, but I'll change it. Follow us. God. Friend only me. Follow us on social.
Friends. We're already friends.
There you go. We're already best of friends, guys. Thank you for being a loyal listener, and thank you for calling into the show. Really, really appreciate it. And let us know how your social goes. So try some of the tips we're talking about and follow up with us. Let us know how it goes. We'll have you come back on. So appreciate it, Yulia.
Thanks,
awesome.
Yulia.
Thank you. Take care, guys.